Hello there everyone. In today's video I'm going to be looking at coax and antennas and most of the things to do with PMR radio that may help some people out, may save you a few pounds. So it's cost me, it's been an expensive learning curve, but I found out a lot on the way and there's been a lot of useful information given to me by some people that sort of like are in the know. So we've all made mistakes, like I say, and we spend a lot of money on stuff and then regret it later and wish we'd done stuff better in the first place. So I'm going to try and help you out here. Now obviously you would have all had a little Bofang radio programmed up for PMR frequencies. You would have had your little rubber antenna on it and that, which is fine. You know, you can get out quite far on them, and yeah, they do a pretty good job. But after a while, you tend to find you want to just go out further. If you start getting into the hobby, you want to know, how do I get out further on this? How can I get more signal and everything else? So what you end up doing is you'll go out and you'll upgrade yourself to something like this, which is a little bit more of a powerful Bofang radio. But before you've done all that, you would have gone out and got yourself one of these little antennas. There's all different types. This is a Nagoya 771. It's one of them cheap fake ones on eBay, but it does work. And this is a slightly more expensive one. They both do the same thing. But yeah, after a while you tend to think, oh, well, this still ain't good enough. I can get out. I've had contacts, 8-10 miles away quite well, but I want a little home base sort of system. So what you do is you go and buy yourself a little microphone that plugs in the side there, which are cheap. I haven't got one to hand to show you. Oh, might have, hang on. Dropping stuff now. Yeah, one of these little items, and they just plug in to the side with a little plug there. And then you have like a little home base system, but you'll want a little adapter thing that looks sort of like this. Let's get that in the picture. Yeah, it looks like that, and they screw into the SMA side of your antenna, where your antenna goes. You can see that, and then that converts it to a PL259. You need one of them. Then the next step is apart from buying your antenna, which I'll go into in another video, but you'll need to choose your coax. Now, what I recommend is not to get this stuff. Alright, it's about 40p a metre, RG58. It's alright for CB band, but it don't work on PMR frequencies. PMR frequency is just above the 70cm AM band. So you need something with a bit less loss. And this stuff is called Mini 8. Now, this ain't a bad cable to start with. It's slightly thicker, if I can show you. Slightly thicker than the other stuff, the RG58. And it has a lot less loss. Now what it means is, with loss, is that whatever goes in this end, so say you've got a 1 watt radio, you will expect 1 watt to come out of the other end, at your antenna end. That's not really the case. What happens is, and I'm only using this as a quick example, it's not accurate figures by the way, right, it's just an example. Right, you put a watt in there, once it travels down the cable you'll lose quite a lot of your signal, and you might only get half a watt come out of this end, probably a little bit less if the truth's known, but we're just using it as an example. If you use this stuff, you put 1 watt in at the end, you'll be lucky if you get a 1/4 of a watt coming out of that end. So you've already lost quite a lot of power in your cable. Now this stuff's called 213, a lot thicker and quite a lot less loss than the other one. Once again, it's only just a rough guess. It's not accurate figures. They're, you know, otherwise I'll spend all night going on about it. But just an example, 1 watt in there, and what will come out at the other end is probably something like around 0.75 of a watt. Might be over exaggerating there, but you know, that's just the idea. There's stuff I use, and I haven't got none handy, but it's called Westflex 103, and that is 1mm thicker than that stuff. And the only difference is then is that once you start going on to that thicker stuff, then you need some special plugs, which you've got to add into your cost. The plugs are paid just short of £8 for the Westflex. The stuff for these will be around the same price. You can pick the plugs up right up to 9mm roughly for the same cost, which would be about £3, something like that. It won't be much dearer than that, I should imagine. They're quite cheap. They're only like little thin ends, just small end on it, where the other stuff will have one that's thick enough for the cable, so you won't get that cable in that end. It won't fit in. But they do up to the 213 size. They're all about the same price. And once you go bigger than 9mm, it gets more expensive. Now there is even a more expensive cable than the Westflex, and that's, you can pay up to £5.50 and £10 a plug. So that's when it gets really daft. Now obviously, you know, once you've got onto that stage with your radio, and you're happy with that, which most people are. I mean, you can go down this route, or let me just find another one. You can get yourself one of these little radios. It all works the same. These are all little ham radios, 2m 70cm radios, but they're just programmed for PMR frequency. Now, obviously, you know, by rights, you know, the way the law is, it does state that it's about 0.5 watts output with no detachable antenna. So obviously, you know, if you do get a radio like this, like any of these, they're not type approved, so technically you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, but there's millions of people that do. So, you know, especially with these little Bofans, quite a popular little radio. So obviously just keep that in mind. Right, next thing, antennas. Well, I can't really show you any because I've got mine are on the end of a pole, but you've got a few choices. You've got something like a CX440, which is around £33–35. They're basically ready for PMR 446, you don't have to do nothing with them. I've got a Sirio GP 365470. Now, although it's sort of sounds like it's in between the frequency, you get a little chart with it, and you've got to cut it to whatever frequency you want. So you look it up on your chart and cut both the top and the bottom sections for your PMR frequencies, and then you can get something called a Diamond X50, a little bit more expensive. They're around £70, but they've got a little bit more gain, and even better than that would be a Diamond X510. Once again, it all depends on your budget and how much gain you want on the antenna. I mean, obviously in an ideal world you'd have £5.50 a metre coax with a Diamond X510, you know, if money was no object. You know, the majority of people, if you've got a £30 or £40 radio, just think you're investing another, say, £50 in the antenna and possibly another £50 in coax and plugs, and maybe another £30 on your SWR meter, which I would recommend you get. So anyway, I hope that helps, and I'll say it's just a very quick brief video, and hopefully it's helped a few people out and giving you a kind of an insight into the mistakes you can make with coax, and you know, the best way to go around it. But you do get what you pay for, so just keep that in mind. Anyway, I'll keep it brief, and I'll let you all go, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.